No two programs have rocked the establishment more than these two, and it's built a rivalry between them. It's been nasty at times. It's had its fair share of cheap shots and ruined seasons, all in the quest for the milk can. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Boise State Broncos, taking on last year's national champions, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Buys just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hills. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. They've really got it going the last few weeks, won their last 3, and maybe going to get a little bit of national attention.
Yeah, they had some bumps in the road early in the year, but this is a team that's starting to peak at the right time. They're building momentum, building confidence, stacking these wins. They want to put another one in the W column here today.
And this is why we love the expansion of the college football playoffs. Sometimes you get hot at the right time. Like late in the season, and you look like a team that could do some damage, and then you get to that moment, and you get the opportunity now. So keep putting it together and see what happens.
And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. 3rd down play from the gun. Quick completion on the out route. Turning it on! And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got him. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
The Broncos back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Got the quick completion. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, they first played in 1977. They've had their battles in the WAC, the Mountain West, and here they are again today.
Yeah, they've changed conferences, and it's kind of an interesting rivalry, Palmer, because they don't play every year. But it's been kind of neutral the last 10 matchups, so good little rivalry, still budding, still blooming.
Yeah, it's a fun one to watch, David. This thing really kicked off back when Boise State joined.
There he goes! Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Now he'll let one fly down the left side. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Fresno State right back to the line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got his man on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, look, I know this guy's not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Looking for a man. It's Hills. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Broncos come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked. on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. The Broncos will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. To the air, it's Suarez. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. First play of the period, first down here. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
If you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage, and more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The option look. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play.
Touchdown, Fresno State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run or loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Back to throw, it's Hills. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup. But the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. With the catch, it's Stewart. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why...
Turning it on! Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Suarez. Bringing the heat. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And his slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Caught near the sidelines, he'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw. That ball's incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. And the Broncos will send out the punt unit. They booted away on 4th down. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Going to the ground. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Suarez. Takes a hit as he fires. Caught close to the marker, it's Daniels. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Great job by the back on the option. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Texas. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the wideout. He's got it on the right. Breaks into the open. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Broncos will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Hills. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
He'll field the punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking for a man. It's Hills. Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield very late in the half. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open the second half with a run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Dances away. Fires to the right. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Got his man quickly. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him.
Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, Fresno State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Looking for space. It's Stewart. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw, it's Hills. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Broncos will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. And a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll move the wide receiver. They feed him again. Turning it on. Touchdown Bulldogs.
himself a dang young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Boise State ready to send out that offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Power football with the run. Got room at the 35. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Going over the top. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
There he goes. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Skips away from pressure. Got his man downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. That's the end of the quarter, guys, and Fresno State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Sends it back in motion. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Fresno State. And they take it in for 6 more points. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes.
Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game, so maybe they can...
Gashes him in the middle. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. First down here for the offense. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards.
And they got him. A sack denies to try to convert on fourth down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Texas. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Looking to throw, it's Hills. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cook. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Stewart. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Complete to the left. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Brought down after a nice game. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking downfield, it's Hills. Looking for the goal line. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there. there thanks to this senior defender. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Uncorks it. Connection to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Ready. Goes to the option. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to pass, it's Hills. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. So the Bulldogs get the win over the Broncos, and you know Fresno State is going to relish this victory for every single second until they clash again. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.